Hello and welcome everyone again to the Strategic Content Analysis webinar session. Before we start, I would like to make some few housekeeping announcement wherein just make sure that you are at the system and you are sitting and you have been adjusted properly to the webinar session, and if you face and the PPT or the presentation is visible on the screen and we are quite audible for you so that you can make most out of it from our webinar session. So my name is Preetham, and I will be moderating for today's webinar session. As we move along, we will be going through the ESEF quality analysis of Annual Report 2023 for the Nordic region, which includes Denmark, Sweden, Finland, Iceland, and Norway. This session is brought to you by Ice Carbon, a leading service provider solution trusted by over 30 plus regulators across the globe. Today we have our experts on the floor to walk you through how ESEF quality analysis is going to help you improving your reporting and what to consider that helps you in reviewing your ESEF document for the upcoming season. In UK, we operate with the name of Finnish Solution and we do not have any affiliation related to any of the UK Irish software group. To begin with the experts, I am Pritam Agarwal, who will be the moderator for today's webinar session. And I'm working as a customer success head with having 13 plus years of experience in ISRL Excel reporting that specializes in complex reporting mandates across Nordic and Dutch region. We also have Nupur Samantrai, who is a chartered accountant by profession with a 4 plus years of experience and heading customer success in Benelux region, which is Belgium, Netherlands, and Luxembourg region, with a deep understanding of different mandates across the Europe and US. Before we go ahead with the presentation, let's have a quick look at the today's agenda. So we will be starting with an overview of IRIS and about IRIS Carbon, how its role about in the regulatory reporting requirements for the compliance. We will also walk you through the ESEF quality analysis process, how it works, along with giving insights on the discrepancies of overall errors and warnings categorized between geo-wise and industry-wise. We will also focus your attention on how it is going to impact on preparers and company and auditors, along with common pitfalls and effective measures, how to prevent those errors going forward. And of course, yes, at the end we will have some key takeaways that will help in you and your organization for creating a error-free compliance reporting. So about Iris, yes, Iris have been in the business from last 20 plus years with our presence across 50 plus countries, which helped us to get over 5,000 customers with the help of multiple solutions that we offer across the globe. We have four major business lines at Iris. We call it as Soup Tech, where we work closely with the regulators and help them in developing taxonomies for the digital reporting. We are also a tech solution, wherein Iris Carbon is a SaaS-based solution providing the facility of authoring and converting your annual report into ISBL to meet the specific compliance reporting across Europe. Under tax tech, yes, Iris Carbon is there in the tax tech solution, wherein providing end-to-end taxation reporting here in India and engaged in e-invoicing solution to provide the creation, management, and seamless author integration with IRIS PhD. Lastly, the data tech solution, we provide the solution for consumptions of financial and non-financial data for peer benchmarking comparison. This solution will definitely help you and your organization to take the business decision on a timely manner. Coming to the next slide that talks about Iris Carbon. Yes, Iris Carbon, as you know, it has its footprint in 35 plus countries globally. Iris Carbon is a SaaS-based cloud solution that helps the company to manage their financial and non-financial reports to meet their regulatory requirements. As you can see, we have been rated 4.8 out of 5 based on our customer satisfaction score, where our customer provides us the rating and it is represented as CSAT score. And as you can see, we have been consistently topping the chart with respect to Excel reporting quality. The reports are being published by a US independent body, external laws. The accolades over the screen, you can very well see our commitment and dedication, how we support all our clients during the peak filing season to make the reports error-free and go for a successful filing of their ESEF report. Yes, coming to the product suite, Iris Carbon do offers multiple product suites as per the filer's requirements. So the filer, what as per their requirements, we are available with multiple product suites which help them to complete the compliance reporting. To name it, ESG reporting solution. As you know, ESG reporting has been the hottest topic in the market now, and Iris Carbon is very well available in helping in authoring the ESG report by providing double materiality assessment and gap analysis and converting the final ESG report into digital document. Another product suite which we have is disclosure management and ISO reporting solution, wherein this is a cloud-based solution with Office 365 integration, where Word and Excel are interlinked with each other and they talk to each other to create the report or author the report on a real-time basis. Once the report is being prepared, the ISO reporting solution helps them to comply with ISO reporting requirements, supporting different mandates across different parts of the world, be it Europe, ESEF, UK, SEC, and so on. When we talk about the quality analysis, which we have been going to take through, yes, X audit solution plays a very crucial role, and that helps the end company and the auditors in reviewing and validating their ISO report along with multiple features attached to it, which basically talks about version compare or audit trail, and not even only consolidated report you can review, you can validate your standalone report as well. Last but not the least, I connected data analytics. Yes, this helps the companies in comparison and analysis of financial and non-financial data for peer benchmarking comparison, which helps really makes company very helpful in taking their logical decision on time to time basis. Here comes with the list of market customers and partners with whom we work very closely with respect to ESEF reporting and any other compliance reporting they have. These are the list of limited customers and partners, but it is not only limited. We have many more logos added to our credentials, and this is all because of our customers who have rated us on a very much rated us very nice. Now we know about Iris, who we are, and what we do. We will move toward the next part of the presentation, wherein I will ask Nupur to take this or drive this presentation ahead in terms of research quality and how to do the performance analysis and find out any discrepancies if they're in the report, and so that it can be avoided in the near future. But before that, a very interesting poll question coming in your way, where we stand in terms to see where we stand in terms of quality. So let me give the first question poll of the day. Here we go with the first question. How familiar are you with the ESEF quality analysis process? I would request everyone, all the participants, all the attendees to please vote for us so that we should know how and where you are lacking in terms of quality analysis, or how we can go ahead and help you in doing your analysis so that you create a error-free report. Keep on votes coming in. We are still having some couple of seconds to see everyone is voting. We will publish the results just in a few seconds once the poll is over. We have got pretty good number of poll results. Here is the results for your poll. So as you can see, many of our attendees are very much comfortable and very much familiar with the ESEF quality analysis process. And somewhere one of the participant is a little bit familiar, and some of them are not familiar at all with the ESEF quality analysis. That will help us to know how we are placed into quality analysis. And now I will shift the presentation to Nupur, who will drive you through the entire ESEF quality analysis process. Over to you, Nupur.
Thank you, Preetham. Thank you for setting the context of the webinar. So, hello everyone. This is Nupur Samantre, and I'll be taking ahead the webinar with the quality analysis, the process, and what all things we have analyzed in the entire analysis, quality analysis that we did for the ESEF reports 2023. Let me first let you know the methodology that we followed in the entire process. So basically, we identify the ESEF reports filed from different countries. So we have taken 5 countries: Norway, Sweden, Finland, Denmark, and Iceland. We have taken the reports or downloaded the reports of the companies from this country from the website filings.xbrl.org. So this website is publicly available. You can go ahead and download the reports of the company from different region. Then we uploaded the report on our audit platform, that is Iris Carbon X Audit Solution, where we validated the reports using our inbuilt XII certified validator. Then our experts, the XBRL experts, manually reviewed and approved the reports, and the finding analysis have been included in the webinar, which I will be covering in the next slides. Before going ahead with the findings, let's understand what are the different categorization of the discrepancies which we have got in our finding of the analysis of the ESEF 2023 reports. Basically, what exactly are the errors and the warnings? So basically, errors are blockers for filing, and it must be resolved before going ahead with the actual or live filing. So here are a few examples of the errors, like technical errors, extension, taxonomy guideline. Whenever these guidelines are not followed, the error come up in the report. Anchoring guideline, errors which come up by not following the guideline of anchoring. So I will be explaining this categorizations in the following slide. Similarly, warnings are completely okay. We can avoid the warnings because these will not stop in the live filing of the report. But as the best practice, we suggest that even the warnings need to be resolved before going ahead with the filing. Some of the examples of warnings are calculation inconsistency. So calculation inconsistency, we have seen it come in the report whenever there is rounding of differences in the numbers. Then whenever the guideline related to the labels is not followed, or taxonomy specifications warnings that come up in the report. To better understand the errors and warning, here we have listed down the different categories of the errors and the warning. I'll start with few of the category and explain them. For example, extension taxonomy guideline. So whenever we create a company taxonomy, following the guideline as mentioned in the ESPA manual is a must. If we could not follow it, or if it is missed out for being followed while preparing the ESEF report, then that will throw up an error in the validation report. Now, I will give you some example of this. For example, whenever any element has been missed out, which could be used for the tagging, then that is a perfect example of extension taxonomy guideline. Similarly, technical error. This error occur when there is any technical issue in the ESEF report, like hidden facts that are not displayed but are present in the report, then that will cause a validation issue. Now, if you come across duplicate errors, it sometimes happens that the same label has been tagged by 2 different concepts in the report. So that will throw up a duplicate error. So whenever you come across any such kind of errors, that we should go ahead and resolve it before going ahead with the filing. So here you can see a few other category of errors like anchoring guideline, taxonomy package, label guideline. Now, if you want to see of warnings, here I have listed down few of the warnings and I will try to explain few of them. For example, label guideline. If suppose an extension element is not provided with a standard label in the language, same as the language of the financial report, then that is a warning. For example, suppose the language of the report on which we are working is in French language. For example, it's in French, but the extension element in the standard label is not in the French, rather it is in English. So that will throw up an error message. Then second category is extension taxonomy guideline. For example, when the name of the extension element is not as per the naming guideline, as per the LC3 convention mentioned in the ESMA manual, then that will also throw up an error message. And sometimes it may happen that few of the mandatory tags are left out for being tagged. For example, the name of the company, the address of the company, it's left out from being tagged. In that case, also a warning message will come up in the validation report. So these are the different categories of the errors and warnings which we should look out for when we are validating the report before going ahead with the filing. Now coming to us, the analysis that we did for the ESEF 2023 report. So I will just give you a brief idea of the scope, like what all things or what are companies we have taken in the analysis. So basically, we have concentrated on these 5 Nordic countries, that is Sweden, Norway, Iceland, Finland, and Denmark. We have taken a total of 367 companies from these 5 countries operating in 23 industries. And the total concept that has been tagged in all the 867 reports is like 1,75,335 concepts. And we also found out that total 9,018 extension concepts has been created in all these ESAFE reports. So basically extensions are created or it's for the labels which are very unique to the company, and we have to go ahead and create a custom tag for these labels because the matching concept is not available in the ESMA taxonomy. So in that scenario, companies go ahead and create extensions. So you can see that total 9,818 extensions has been created. So this is all about the scope of the analysis that we did in the 2023 ESEF report. Going ahead in the following slide, I will be like letting you know like what are the observation findings we got from the analysis from all these 867 countries. With this, we come up with the next poll questions. Preetham, over to you.
Thank you so much, Nupur, for giving an insight about how and the methodology to prepare or perform the quality analysis of your ESEF report and classifying different types of errors and warnings and how it is going to impact the quality of your report. We will further deep dive into the classification of errors and warnings into PO-wise and industry-wise. But before that, we will have another poll question coming in your way. So we want your maximum participation from the poll questions point of view so that we are aware what exactly you require from the ESEF point of view. Here is the second poll question coming up. Which aspect of ESEF reporting do you find most challenging? Whether it is understanding the taxonomy requirement, managing the discrepancies in the report, implementing the quality checks, and collaborating with auditors. Keep on voting for these questions. We will wait for a few more seconds to get on to the results. If you haven't voted yet, please do vote it so that we should know where we stand. The vote coming in. Still, we could see various number of votes are coming in. Please do vote so that we are good to see where we stand. Okay. So here is the result for the poll question. I'm just publishing it, and yes, we could see we have 33% voting coming on for understanding of taxonomy requirements. Yes, taxonomy requirements is very much required to understand when you go ahead with the preparation of your ESEF report. And yes, managing the discrepancies in the report. You have voted for managing discrepancies in the report. Yes, reports may have some formatting issues or some other challenges which restrict them to go for a high quality report. You have also, few of them also have voted for implementing quality checks. Yes, the quality checks are very much important because it may restrict you to go for the live filing during the live season. So yes, this is very much important also to implement the quality checks. So we are done with the poll question. Now we will move ahead and go and deep dive into the insights of PO-wise error, JU-wise error and warnings categorization, followed by industry-wise insights. Over to you, Nupur.
Thanks, Preetham. As Pritam rightly said that we'll be going ahead with the insights on the GOY summary. So here we have tried to pull up a summary of the analysis on the entire Nordic region. So here specifically, I want to bring your notice to Denmark. So in Denmark, all total 237 companies has been taken in this analysis, and you can see that each and every company have one or the other type of discrepancy in the ESEF report. Now, what exactly is the reason of this? So the main reason we could find out is the concentration of maximum number of the companies in the either in the banking or financial sector or in the software and technology sector. So what we find out that the report which are prepared by the banks or software companies are quite complex. So that may be the main reason of the maximum number of discrepancies in the reports of the companies that is from Denmark. Similarly, we have also pulled up a summary report, error or warning wise. Whatever you are seeing here, the error report and the warning report, it is the total error or warning report which we have prepared on the entire Nordic region. So in the error report, you can see the overall error report that most of the errors stem from by not following the specification of XBRL specification. So this error typically occur when there is any inconsistency or inaccuracy in the tagging or in the formatting or data presentation in the report. For example, if there is any syntax error or any incorrect sign values or selection of inappropriate taxonomy. So in that case, error come up in the report because of not following the rules of XBRL specification. Similarly, if you go ahead and see the warning report on the right-hand side of the screen, maximum or majority of the warnings are coming because of the calculation rounding up warnings. So it's around 52%. It's almost like half, more than half of the warnings. So calculation rounding of it come normally because of the rounding of differences in the numbers in the financial statements. So that is one of the main warning that we have seen over all the reports that we analyzed in the entire analysis process. Now, since we did a geo-wise analysis, we have also been successful in doing an analysis of industry-wise. So before going ahead with the summary report of error or warning industry-wise, here I have tried to put up a table where you can see all the industries or different kind of industry in which all the 867 companies taken in the quality analysis has been like operating. So you can see that majority of the company, that is 123 company, are in the banking and financial industry, followed by the software and technology industry. So you can see the different variety and different type of industries in which all these companies are working, which we have taken in this quality analysis. Now coming to us the summary of the discrepancies industry-wise. So here you can clearly see that the companies operating in the pharmaceutical biotechnology industry has the highest number of discrepancies in the report, followed by banking, financial sector, and then software and technology sector. So as I said earlier, also the main reason it could be the complexity in the report prepared by the banking companies or the pharmaceutical companies or the software companies. And another interesting fact which we got to know about is that from the total extensions that has been created in the report of all the companies over the entire 5 countries, that is around 9,800 extensions, 21 extension has been created only by the companies operating in the banking sector. Yes. So, and ESMA always says that we should decrease the number of extensions or reduce the extensions in the report, because the more number of extensions, the more complex the ESEF report become, and the high chances of discrepancies come up in the report. So that is one of the reasons which we could figure out when we did analysis of the discrepancies over the entire, all the industries that has been taken in the analysis. Now, apart from geo-wise and industry-wise analysis, we could successfully manage to do a trend analysis. So we analyze the trend in discrepancies over the year. We conduct a comparison between the quality analysis that we did for like 2 years back for the annual report 2021. So our team, we did a analysis of the ESEF report 2021, and we did a comparison of that with the most recent analysis that we did for ESEF reports 2023. So this analysis shows that while discrepancies in Sweden have decreased, yes, you can see correctly that in Sweden, the company have managed to control or manage the discrepancies in the report. It has actually reduced. But in the other sections, other countries like Finland, Norway, and Denmark, you can see the discrepancies have actually increased a lot. This trend highlights some emerging issues in certain regions like Denmark, Norway, and Finland, suggesting it's a need for additional control that need to be taken while preparing the ESEF report and targeted support for those areas that need improvement so that we better comply with the requirement of ESMA guidelines. So this is all about the trend analysis which we did for 2021 and 2022 ESEF reports. Now, what exactly is the reasons behind the decline in quality of the reports, specifically related to Denmark and Finland and Norway? So the first one is increase in scope of tagging. So over the last few years, the scope of tagging of the reports have really changed a lot. You must be remembering that in the annual report 2021, it was only mandatory to tag the financial statements. But from the last 2 years, it's not only the financial statements, the notes to accounts also need to be tagged, and also it should be tagged in multi-label. So that may be the reason, because the more layer of tagging we include in the notes, the more scope of discrepancies that may arise in the report. So we have to look out that after doing all the tagging, after including the multi-label of tagging, review should be done thoroughly to avoid all those mistakes in the report. Second is ESEF, vendor expertise, and software capabilities. This is also a point which all the users should look out for. Software really matters a lot, which is involved in the preparation of the ESEF report. We have to make sure that the software is incorporated with the latest developments which has been released by ESMA through the ESMA manual requirements, the taxonomy, and the validator is updated with the latest changes included in the manual. Then lately we have seen that a lot of companies are delaying the filing process. That may be because of the reason of internal or external restructuring or process going on inside or external to the company. Lately, a lot of companies has been delisted and they are no more required to do the filing, the ESEF filing. So these are few of the reasons which we could find out, which is a reason maybe in the decline in quality of the ESEF documents. Going ahead, I will be letting you some more interesting facts about the analysis, and of course, key takeaways and what all things we can do to manage a perfect ESEF filing. But before that, let's take the next poll question. Over to you, Preetham.
Thank you, Nupur, for providing such an insightful, informative information with regards to the classification of errors and warnings, how it is going to impact your ESEF report when you're going to actually file the report with the regulators. So this is very informative, and I'm sure it will make a difference to all our viewers or attendees to make sure that they are uh, going ahead and reducing their error by following certain steps and discrepancies in the report. So yes, before we get into the other part of business, there is a poll question coming up because as we know, we have just seen the industry-wide allocation of the errors and classification. With regard to that, the similar question will be coming up as a poll question as it is. For your industry, whichever industry you work with, which type of errors do you frequently encounter the most? Is it a data validation error or tagging inaccuracies, calculation error, or format related issue? Because as we know, the banking industry has been on the topic on the chart where we will be facing more frequently errors because of this, because of the complexity of the report when we go for the ESEF filing season. So we're still waiting for a few more votes to come in, and we encourage you to please participate in the vote so that we can go ahead and help you going forward. Please keep on voting. We give a few more seconds to see how the vote results are coming in, and then we will publish the vote. Please do vote it We're still waiting for that. Okay, so now the votes has come in. I will just publish the result to see how industries are coping up with this error. Yes, most of them has voted as a data validation error. Yes. When we talk about the validation errors, errors are something which will restrict your file to go for a smooth filing with the ESEF regulator. It may block the files. So this we need to go ahead and check the data validation before we go for the actual submission so that there is no issues in the file. And few are there who has voted for format related issues. Yes, as we know in Europe we have a pretty good looking PDF, stylized PDF, which definitely might get some formatting related issues, but we are there to help you on the formatting related issues as well, and we will be able to help you on those fronts as well. Coming back to the presentation, now we know the industry-wise allocation of the errors, geo-wise allocation. So now what we need to focus on, what we need to consider as a company, as a software provider, as an auditor, what we are specifically required to look into the ESEF report. That we will be going ahead and we will be focusing on those particular areas. So Nupur will be driving this part of presentation to you. Over to you, Nupur.
Thank you, Preetham. So now, since we have a fair understanding of the different discrepancies that may come in the validation report, in the ESEF report, let's focus on the key aspect that what the service provider, what the end companies, and what the auditors should consider in the ESEF reporting process and in the filing process. Coming from the service provider side, we have to make sure that the software that is used for the preparation of the ESEF report, it is incorporated with the latest taxonomy and the latest manual updates. Is a must that before going ahead with the filing season, the validator of the software which is involved in the preparation of the ESEF report is updated with the latest requirements and the confirmation suite. Timely incorporation of audit feedback is a must. So till the last moment, auditors are involved in the review of the ESEF report and their reviews keep coming up. So software provider need to make sure that each and every suggestion or changes requested by the auditors are properly incorporated to the ESEF report and nothing is missed out, so that makes sure that the quality of the ESEF report is maintained at the highest level. Granular level of tagging is something which is a requirement from the ESMA manual side, and also sometimes we have seen the auditors required for auditors request for a separate or more label of tagging on the block notes. So it's also a thing to consider from the software side, that all the level of tagging which is required in the report is properly done or incorporated in the ESEF report. Next is end company. What all things the company look out for before prepping or before getting ready for the filing season? Understand the ESMA manual requirement. It's not only that the service provider need to incorporate the manual requirements, the end users should also get acquainted what are the latest developments that has been released by ESMA through the manuals, and so that they also keep an eye, they also can keep an eye on the changes that has been done in the report as per the manual requirement. They should keep themselves involved in the review of the report. We have seen a lot of companies where the end users or the people from the business side are not involved in the review, and it's only the auditors who review the report. So we request all the customers or end users or from the business side to involve themselves in the review of the ESEF report, so that they can also see a check whether the report is error or warning free. Then test filing of the ESEF report. Test filing portal is available on each and every regulator's website. So before going ahead with the live filing, each and every end user should go ahead and do a test filing of the ESEF report that has been prepared by them or by the software providers. Then last minute changes, we have seen that in the financial part of the report, last minute changes always come up from the company side and till the last hour of the filing. So company should make sure that all the changes that has been done in the report should be in advance time communicated to the provider who are involved in the preparation of the ESEF report so that nothing is missed out from the report. Auditor point of view, based upon our experience, and since we have been working in this ESEF area from the last couple of years, more than 3-4 years we have been working in this. So from our experience, we have seen that the auditors normally review the report on their audit tool. So we can say that the audit tool should be updated with the latest taxonomy that the auditors can double check. Table structure requirement is something which is requested, which is there as per the manual, ESMA manual requirement. And we have also seen few of the regulators who are giving this feedback beforehand to all the end clients to have this table structure managed in the report. So basically, table structure means all the tables within the notes of the accounts part should look as a table when the auditors review it on the audit tool. Rather, it should not look like text. So it's the responsibility of the service provider that their platform should be able to manage or handle the table structure so that the auditors can review it and give a sign off to the report where the table structure requirement has been fulfilled. Auditor's report, it is the best that the audit report is received well in advance, because normally we have seen the audit report come just 1 or 2 hours before the filing. So audit report could be received well in advance from the auditors so that timely it could be added up to the IXBRL or XSTML report. Auditors need to be engaged with the preparer so that they know the entire process, like the timeline involved. Lot many auditors are getting themselves involved in the preparation part or in the calendar planning or timeline preparation part of the report, so that they also keep an eye like when the report will be ready, when the reviews will be completed, when changes will be added up to the report, and then the report goes out for the filing. So these are few of the things which the all the parties involved in the preparation of the ESEF report should look out for and consider during and after the preparation of the ESEF report. With this, we are almost at the end of the webinar. In the next following slides, I'll let you know the common mistakes that we see in the reports. So before that, let's take the next poll question. Over to you, Preetham.
Thank you, Nupur, for giving an insight about what things has to be considered while doing the review of the research report by all the participants who are specifically engaged in doing the ESEF review. So here is the second poll question related to the same. There we go. Are you currently using any software solutions to manage your ESEF compliance and quality checks? Yes, no, but planning to implement? No, but planning to use any other software. 2 voters so that we are aware and we will see how we can approach you for the ESEF compliance and the quality check reports. Keep voting and see the number of votes are getting increased. We have a few couple of seconds to see the poll results. I'm very much eager to see how the poll. Yes, guys, please keep on voting. Let me publish the results. Yes. Yes. So there are the software solution where many of the um, attendees are already using the soft checks, and like majority on the side they haven't used any of the solution for quality checks, but and they are not also even planning for any of the software as of now current. But yes, if at any point of time you require anything from our side, we are very much happy to help you. We just need to reach out to us and we will be going ahead and helping you with quality check report as well. So this was the last poll questions. Now here on we will be moving on to the common to see how many common pitfalls are there that comes during the review those errors for the upcoming season.
Now let's understand the common mistakes. What all steps we can take to avoid those mistakes? Here are the list of the common pitfalls and what all preventive measures we can take. Difference in reported value is something which are normally seen in duplicate errors in the validation check. So what exactly is the difference in reported values? So sometimes we have put a loss statement, but the same balance is different in the cash flow statement. So there arises a situation where there is difference in reported values, and that may throw up a duplicate error in the validation check. The companies should need to correct this type of difference in the reported values to make sure that the report is error free. Inconsistency in the calculation: one must examine the rounding errors because they manifest inconsistency in the calculation. They must be verified to avoid warnings due to rounding of differences. So basic filing that won't prevent the validation, but it is a as a preventive measure, the companies can go ahead and resolve this rounding of differences beforehand to avoid any warnings coming in the validation report. Then zip package naming. Name of the zip package, that means the final package that is uploaded as the regulator portal, should be as per the requirement of the ESMA manual. In some of the reason, we have seen that a regulator have a different requirement. In case that requirement need to be fulfilled when you are generating the ESEF report from the software and then going ahead with the filing. Then excessive use of extensions. The extensions, ESMA always suggests that we should decrease the number of extensions that are created in the report, because extension report and make the report very complex from the review. It creates the chances of more discrepancies in the report. It increases the size of the entire zip package that create problem when the end user is going ahead with the uploading of the zip package at the regulator portal. So that is one of the problem when you go ahead and questions. Then inaccurate dates of balancing and the closing balances for correct reporting. Different norms should be followed for instant and durational facts for actual data presentation. So here I want to make you understand that instant and durational means instant means balance sheet items and durational means profit or loss and data presentation. Then last but not the least is inappropriate sign use. Positive or negative sign values in the XBRL report are defined by the concept definition. That means that it is defined by the nature of the label that has been reported in the report rather than by how they affect the financial account. For example, a common error that could cause misunderstanding in the report is to report the negative cost of sales when it should be positive. So this kind of mistakes in the preparation of the report, or else when the preparation of the ESEF report. So these are few of the common mistakes that we have that could come in the preparation of the report, and what all thing we can do beforehand to avoid those mistakes. This we are like almost at the end of the webinar. The analysis part we have already from the webinar. Here we have listed down a few tips and tricks to maintain a high quality ESEF document. The first step is always ensure or try to choose a reputed software provider whose software is updated with the latest developments as per the manual, taxonomy, and the confirmation suite. That will make sure or decrease the limit, and the ESEF zip package naming should be kept as per the requirement in the manual, or if at all there is any particular requirement from the regulator side, that should be considered when you are generating the final ESEF package in term of the name and in term of the size of the package. Validator of the service provider should be updated with the latest manual and the confirmation suite. This is a must, because at the end of the day, it is the validator which validate the report and make sure that if at all there is any error or warnings, if the errors, then how the user will go ahead and correct it. So we have to make sure that the validator of the software which is used for the ESEF report, the till date, the ESEF report is not been audited. It's not mandatory for them to be audited, but to ensure a qualitative ESEF report and to ensure that report is free from any discrepancies, we request or we suggest that the ESEF report should be mandatorily audited by a third party or auditor. Then granular level of tagging as per the best practice. The level of tagging, it changes like auditor to auditor. it should be the level of tagging should be done in the reports. Latest manual guideline to be taken into consideration. As I have already said earlier, that not all the software, the users ESEF reporting process need to be acquainted with the latest manual developments or requirements which are released by ESMA every year. So these are few of the trip and tricks to maintain or to ensure that your ESEF document is of high quality. Because yes, at the end of the day, the quality of the report matter a lot. The effort which the companies involve in the preparation of the PDF format of the report is really like a high level of effort they really put. So that we have to make sure that the quality that they maintain in the PDF report, the glossy looking PDF report that is published on the company website, the same quality is maintained in the ESEF report as well, which finally goes for the filing at the regulator. So these are all the tip and tricks to ensure a high quality ESEF documents. With this, we come to the end of the webinar. Thank you all for patiently hearing to the webinar. Now I will give the stage to Preetham to go ahead and conduct the question and answer session. Thank you a lot. Over to you,
Thank you
Preetham.
so much. Thank you so much, Nupur, for giving insights and helping our users to be prepared before going for the ESEF filing season by providing some tips and tricks how to go ahead with the error-free reporting in the upcoming seasons. Thank, thank you so much for giving the insights. Now, yes, as we know, we have been getting to know about how the ESEF reporting quality analysis has been done and what are the different kind of errors and warning classification which can be avoided with a way to implement how it works. So now we move into the question answer section. Yes, if you have any questions, do let us know in the Q&A section of the chat box, and then we can take it ahead from there. If we are not able to take any questions due to time constraint, do assure that we will be reaching out to you offline via email and respond to all your queries. So here we have some questions coming up in our way. Yes, the question is, how does Iris Carbon support ESEF reporting for companies and auditors? Yes, it's a very nice, interesting question. Yes, Iris Carbon offers a SaaS-based solution for document authoring, audit validation, and external compliance with a tool like Xaudit. External compare Carbon ensures comprehensive ESEF quality checks, making the report process seamless for both companies and auditors. We have one more interesting question coming up from our attendees. Yes, are there any specific guidelines for auditors when reviewing ESEF report? Nipur, can you please answer
Yeah.
this question?
Yes, Preetham, I'll take this question. So auditors should focus on the validation checks, then taxonomy compliance and consistency, which is maintained across the entire document. So Iris Carbon X Audit tool uh, provide a robust platform for the auditors to conduct this checks efficiently. So if you're interested to have a look and feel of our Iris Carbon X Audit tool, you can reach out to us on our website, and we would love to give you a demo or showcase our platform to you. Yes.
Thank you, Nipur. So we will take one more question due to time constraints. We will take the last question. Can Iris Carbon be integrated with existing system for ESEF reporting? So yes, to answer to this, yes, Iris Carbon is designed in such a way to integrate easily with the existing financial systems and allowing seamless data transfer from the report preparation, validation, and the ESEF submission side of. So thank you so much for putting up a question and making this webinar more interactive. And we will be looking ahead for some more webinars like this. But before we wrap up the entire webinar, as I promised, we have some exciting offers coming in to your way at end of the pages. So yes, the offer is about free AR 2023 ESEF quality analysis reporting. So if you have not done any of this analysis for your report, you can reach out to us. We will provide you the 2023 ESEF quality analysis report. With that, you can make sure that those errors are not repeated again for the upcoming season. So all you need to do is you just need to avail this offer by sending an email to info@iriscarbon.com, and we will take it out from there, and we will reach out to you and provide you with the quality analysis report. Thank you so much for all our attendees to attend this webinar and patiently listening to us. I'm sure this webinar is going to help you with respect to your ESEF reporting for the upcoming seasons. Thank you very much for to everyone.